comedies can sometimes like surprise you with what's going on these days with the kids and what they're up to. And I'm watching the movie, and the first scene really kind of threw me for a loop instantly. And again, I'm a little repressed, but why don't you tell us what happens in that first scene?
I apologize. So in the opening scene, I am pleasuring myself to a VHS tape. It's not me, it's a character. It's not me, myself. It is they didn't just catch me on tape. It is the character Hope Ann Gregory, who is a gymnast, and she's pleasuring herself to a VHS tape of her triumphant moment winning the bronze medal. Very proud.
Okay, it is really funny, but here's my question, all right? And this is what I always think about, because I'm a repressed Catholic, but I always think, okay, did you have to like see that or prepare your parents for that scene when they were going to watch the movie? That's just what I always think about.
Yes, so I totally warned them before, and there's also a big gymnastics sex scene in the movie as well, which I prepared them for. You want to see that in theaters, you need to see that big, as big as possible.
Yeah.
So I warned them, but they came with me to the premiere last week, and where my mother didn't know it started the movie, so she's really excited, and she kept holding my hand, and I knew this masturbation moment was coming up, and I was like, we can't be holding hands for this. Like, I kept on trying to pull my hand away from mother, and she just kept on grabbing it. I was like, not for this.
Not for this.
Not for this. Let's not.
Because she doesn't know what's happening. And then what about the sexual gymnastics scene?
Oh yeah, so there's this big sexual gymnastics scene, and my parents they kept on trying to overcompensate that they were like cool with it, so there was like a lot of laughter at weird moments. And
I like the looking around too.
Does anyone know? My daughter on camera.
And just to make sure everyone knows they're fine with everything.
Exactly.
Now, was there anything that went over your parents' heads, like they didn't understand?
There was some of the terminology they didn't fully get, so we actually took them to see the trailer around Thanksgiving time.
This is you and your husband?
I'm sorry, this is my husband, who co-wrote the movie with me, and we went to see the trailer at the movies, and there's this part in the trailer where I have this little speech about a taint locket. And after the you
know how one does when it has those conversations from time to time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So after the movie, my mom said, "So you said taint." I was like, "It's a taint." I was giving her like a taint tutorial.
Yes.
Like, so the area, yes, it's this area. She said, "I'm not familiar with what that is." So then my father's standing behind her, looking up on his phone. He's like, "The Urban Dictionary says that the taint is the area in between your front hole and then, so once I told them that, then they started to try and use it just in everyday language. Why? Because they're crazy.
Why?
They're trying to...
Why? No!
I know. They were trying to be supportive.
That's where our parents are different. Mine would be like, well, that's it. No. And then you'd never hear it about it again. So what were they saying?
They were using it to, I think they were trying to show their support, but it was Thanksgiving, so I was like, we need to stuff the turkey's taint. A lot of that.
Well, you do, you know.
Did.
Yeah.
We did.